Hi, my name is Uoltър Sинът-Armstronг. I teach at Duke University in the Philosophy Department and the Kenan Institute for Ethics. In this video, I want to introduce you to a new position on an old issue. That old issue is causation. John Leslie Mackey called causation the cement of the universe, and he was right. Without causation, our world would be a random set of unconnected events. Causation is what glues different events together when they affect or influence one another. Causation is crucial in everyday life and also in science. When my car breaks down, I need to know what caused it to stop in order to figure out what I need to fix in order to get it moving again. And when a scientist tries to understand why a balloon got larger, he needs to know what caused the balloon to expand. In cases like these, most people say that one event caused another event. Using up that last bit of gas or petrol is what caused the car to stop. The heat is what caused the balloon to expand. Generalizing from these cases, the standard view is that causation is a two-place relation between events. One event causes another event. It's as simple as that. The problem is that this simple view is too simple, because it leads to paradoxes. Here's one. Imagine that Jane smokes moderately, and she develops lung cancer. She would not have gotten cancer if she had not smoked at all, but she would have gotten cancer more quickly if she had smoked heavily instead of moderately. Those are the facts. Now, here's the question. Did Jane's moderate smoking cause her cancer? Well, is your answer yes or no? Well, which is it? Like most people, I do not want to give either answer. They both seem wrong. On the one hand, it seems inaccurate to answer no, her moderate smoking did not cause her cancer. This answer seems wrong because she would not have gotten cancer if she had not smoked at all. On the other hand, it also seems incorrect to answer yes, her moderate smoking did cause her cancer. This answer seems incorrect because Jane still would have gotten cancer if she had not smoked moderately, but had smoked heavily instead. So we have a paradox. Both answers, yes and no, seem wrong. How can we escape this paradox? Well, how? Contrastivism to the rescue. The best way to escape the paradox is to stop asking simply whether one event causes another event. That standard view has to go. Instead, we need to replace the standard two-place relation with a four-place relation. The extra two places are for contrasts or foils. We need to say that one event, in contrast with a foil, causes another event in contrast with another foil. With these extra places in the relation, we can vary the contrast or foil, and that is what helps us escape the paradox. In this example, we can say that 1. Jane's moderate smoking in contrast with heavy smoking does not cause her to get cancer in contrast with remaining healthy. But still, we can add 2. Jane's moderate smoking in contrast with not smoking at all does cause her to get cancer in contrast with remaining healthy. Both of these claims can be true, so the paradox is gone. Phew, I feel better already. Notice that this example of cancer shows why we need to contrast the cause with a foil. Other examples show why we need to contrast the effect with a foil. Imagine that Jim is poisoned. Jim will die in a day if nothing is done. Luckily, Kate has an antidote and she gives it to Jim. The antidote keeps him alive for a year. Unluckily, Jim finally succumbs to complications and dies a year later. Those are the facts. Now here's the question. Did Kate cause Jim to die in a year? Again, neither answer seems accurate. On the one hand, it seems wrong to say that Kate did cause Jim to die in a year, because then she would seem to be guilty of murder. Who would give anyone an antidote if that made them into a murderer? On the other hand, it also seems inaccurate to say that Kate did not cause Jim to die in a year, because Jim would not have died in a year if Kate had not given him the antidote, since then he would have died in a day. Kate deserves some credit for helping Jim live longer. That is why neither answer seems quite right, and that is the paradox. How can we get out of this paradox? I bet you can guess. Right, contrastivism again. To escape the paradox, we just need to vary the contrast or foil. Both of these contrastive claims are true. 1. Kate's administering the antidote, in contrast with leaving Jim alone, does not cause Jim to die in a year instead of surviving even longer. That explains why Kate is not guilty of murder. Nonetheless, 2. Kate's administering the antidote, in contrast with leaving Jim alone, does cause Jim to die in a year, in contrast with a day. That explains why Kate deserves credit for helping Jim live longer. We can understand this case and determine who deserves credit and blame if, but only if, we add contrast to causal claims. The standard view leads to paradoxes. The contrastive view leads to coherence, understanding, and bliss. That is why I prefer the contrastive view of causation, and you should too.